Thirsty?
Hey! My God. What a ride.
Did that movie dehydrate you?
How we doing, fellas?
Good, man.
Good.
I feel weird
You feel weird?
and confused.
I feel like I've recovered.
You're good?
I was having a little anxiety at the end there.
Okay.
The credits.
Just the whole thing, man. So,
So we watched one. Yeah, okay. This is going to be a very bewildering video. Yeah?
yeah,
That a good word for it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was watching my little movie review channels like I always do on YouTube, and the fine folks at Red Letter Media were discussing a movie, and I got really excited, and I stopped the review about halfway through because I was like, I got to see this. So yeah, today we watched Wicked World by Barry J. Gillis. Yeah, a Canadian movie.
How about that?
How about that?
Us Canadians
How
know how to
about
turn
that?
out some movies.
Yeah. Guys, yeah.
You did it, Canada.
You fucking did it. God damn, I
You-
shouldn't
you-
have chugged all that up.
That's all right. There's one
Yeah, it
point.
was great.
There's one part in the movie where they overdub the guy belching into the.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's all overdubbed, but
Yeah. So this one is an awesome kind of one of those so bad it's good. Yeah.
I think this is out of all of these kind of movies, as far as the really bad ones. Let's say Suburban Sasquatch, Birdemic.
Samurai Cop kind of.
Peter Rottentail.
Samurai Cop goes. Samurai Cop, yeah. Samurai Cop's a little bit more competent, but yeah, it's definitely has that feel. But out of the Neil Breen, that whichever one it was.
Yeah, you're right. I would exclude Samurai Cop from all of this, but yeah.
I mean, the weird dialogue in Samurai Cop definitely there is a feeling
right.
of that in this too. But this movie to me was the top of those. It is. Well, we'll have to get into it because at the beginning you think, oh, it's just going to be another slasher movie.
Yeah.
Because it starts with this. It's definitely a weird scene. It starts off weird. You got this guy and this girl making out on the couch, and the girl gets completely naked.
Yeah,
I mean,
when we
just-
say making out,
she wouldn't take off her panties.
yeah. It's a
He's
heavy
like tugging-
makeout
he's-
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's saving it for marriage.
they're basically they're humping.
Yeah.
And then it's just cutting to this dork sitting in the chair next to him, just watching.
Yep.
And while he's watching him, he takes out this little pistol and just like looks at it, and then he'll put it back in his pocket. And he
Yeah.
does that like 3 or 4 times.
Aaron.
And then finally, the guy's trying to get her panties off, and she's like, "No."
Yeah.
saving
Well,
it, I'm saving
during this period of time too,
Yeah.
I think it's important to point out. So, like you said, you got them making out, then you've got the dude sitting in the chair. It's just kind of this back and forth between those two for a little bit, and then it eventually we get a little bit of
You get the couple.
a more of a wider span, and we figure out we're at a party.
Yeah.
This is a party. There's 2 people dancing. Now, mind you, the entire time there's like this dubbing of like like
This
crazy,
crazy,
laughing
yeah,
to make it
laughing.
insinuate that this is like this huge party. God damn, this movie is maddening. It's insanity.
In the background, you see the dude in the gas mask standing outside on the porch.
Yeah,
the whole
eventually
time.
we do see the
Yeah.
guy looking in the window with his gas mask. And he looks like confused grandpa who was in the war.
Yeah.
He's looking at his WW2 memorabilia and he sees his gas mask and he just like puts it on and just wanders out, forgets where the fuck he's at. And then he's like looking at the neighbor's
There's
window.
so many potted plants in there, just off to the side. That's weird.
It also, it looks like it's filmed, it's like home video.
Yeah.
And almost like they put a filter over it to kind of make it
It
look smooth or something.
It looks super
really
weird. It kind of I liked how you mentioned this
Yeah.
too, where it sort of had like that early 90s music video look
Yes.
to it, which like just imagine like the video for like fucking Cherub Rock or something, Smashing Pumpkins, where it's just kind of like this. it just has a look. I mean, everybody who knows
Yeah.
those videos knows those things. You know, you see like kind of grainy, slow-mo sort of stuff, and all these weird like fish. What's it called? Like fishbowl lens.
Fisheye.
Yeah,
Fish
yeah,
eye.
yeah. Kind of just weird shit like that. So yeah, the girl she explains that she wants to wait till marriage to have
She's
sex with this
naked.
guy. Yeah, she's
They've been
basically.
doing this in front of like 4 people.
And it's
brother.
such awkward shots. It's such awkward, like, to me it was at least. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, it looks like you're about to get into a porno, but he's just like fucking, grinding and shit like that. It's the strangest shit. So she says she doesn't want to do it. She wants to wait till marriage. Don't you love me? Yeah, I do, but, And so, yeah, she stands up to go and get ready for something to do with her sister. Or something. Are we
I
going to
guess
your
go-
sisters?
Yeah, we're
or-
going to your sisters.
Oh, I miss that. It was just
Yeah.
it just turned into the longest shower scene
yeah.
ever.
Yeah, you get a
Without the
She
tutorial.
shower
soaked
curtain.
those tits up like 4 times.
Well, I took it as like a tutorial on how to shower because some
Yeah.
people don't. know
Yeah,
how
when you go into a shower, you leave the shower curtain open.
yeah.
And then
You-
you,
you
close it
don't-
right
until-
before the
until the
killer
killer's
comes
about
in,
to come.
so he can open it and kill you. Yes, that's.
But yeah, in the midst of all of this craziness, her brother, one of my favorite lines that we have ever fucking came across in movies so far, comes from this. So the guy in the chair that we were talking about, the weird fellow with the little pistol,
Staring at this couple, just
he
dry
looks
humping.
at the guy after the girl leaves, and he's like, "Hey, so are you fucking my sister or what?" So this is...
Like, is he wanting him to fuck her sister? Is that what it is?
No, I just think it's supposed
I
to be
know,
so we
I
know
know.
who everybody is. And I'm sorry.
I did. We laughed so much in this movie. This is the most I've laughed during a movie in a long. Like my face was hurting. It's that kind of laughter. It's just.
Yeah. And then we get to the guy looks at him and says like, "What are you, like a lunatic or something like that?"
pointing a
And he's
gun.
like, "I'm tired of people calling me that." And he pulls the gun out, and this is where you kind of get. Did we ever do an actual review of Suburban Sasquatch?
No,
we
that
just
was
watched
pre.
it,
That
yeah.
was pre.
Okay, yeah, that was pre channel.
Yeah.
So the reason that comparison is made, and I guess I should actually drop the fine folks at Red Letter Media because that's how I found out about that movie as well. But if you want to hop over and watch their review of it, you'll kind of see sort of why these are a little extra funny with their editing choices. It's like super. Well, I mean, it's early '90s. This is '91. So they're using like this computer technology to like superimpose images and all this shit, and it's just the strangest,
Just blood
cheapest,
splatter on the screen kind of effect.
Yeah.
It looks so bad.
fake lightning in the background. So,
Oh, God.
Just
They put it in the foreground. It's like right beside Grandpa's face.
So, well, let's describe this scene though.
yeah.
He just fucking shoots the guy, the kid, the guy that was watching them do their thing. He just shoots him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sick of this world.
Oh, and
this
the,
wicked
the
world.
couple reacts to it after, like seconds after he
they're
shot
like-
the dude in the face.
Oh, and he's like,
Yeah, they're still dancing.
yeah. He's like, what he's saying, I'll kill you too. And the guy just like lays down on the ground.
Yeah.
And then he lays down on his back and he's looking at me. He's like, kill me, don't kill her. And he fucking
It's like,
shoots
fine.
him,
Yeah.
puts a gun in her mouth, shoots her in the head.
And it's funny too because these, when he shoots the gun and everything. I don't want to be too descriptive, but I'm sorry, this movie just cracks me the fuck up. So everything in this movie is dubbed. Every fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So when he shoots the gun, you've got this like super loud like. But when it shows his body, it's just like literally, it looks
A
like
little
someone took
dot.
their finger and just like went like boop. There's a little bit of blood.
Yeah, anytime there's somebody shot or somebody stabbed or however they're killed, it'll like do like a kind of a screen flash thing to
Yeah.
just cover up the fact that they don't have
Yeah.
the
And then
ability to
blood
make.
onto the screen.
Yeah.
I think in the original version they probably did not have all this on-screen stuff.
Oh, you think they added that in after the fact?
Oh, they
to-
did.
to make it awesome.
They didn't have that technology back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
92 didn't have that.
No. We'll go back and watch it so that they.
Yeah,
they
I don't
didn't have
know. I
that
don't know.
good.
I actually
Especially
Yeah,
with
man.
a hand
I
and
don't
a
know.
foot flying
I mean,
from
Jurassic
the baseball
Park
bat beating.
came out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean,
yeah. I don't know if you're remembering.
I
there was
remember
some-
Jurassic Park.
Watch some old,
How the fuck? I'm sorry. We cannot mention Wicked World and Jurassic Park in the same conversation. That's not.
It happened.
That's not a
It's
thing.
like they didn't have CGI blood in 92.
Not like
Like,
how they edited it. I don't
They-
think they did not have the budget for it.
they
then.
had to add it in
He
2009
did
or
this all
2001.
on fucking VHS video camera.
All right. Anyway. So yeah. So the couple dancing. The guy is now dead because he said, "Hey, put me in. Just don't kill her." And he's like, "Okay." So he shoots him, and then he looks at the girl, and he's like, I can't remember what the fuck he said. Any last words, kind of a deal or something. And she says, she's like, "I want to be an actress. I want to be a star. I'm too young to die. I want to be an actress." And then he just,
Right in the mouth.
yeah.
It's like the gun in the mouth. That always is.
Yeah. And then we get he drops to his knees and what looks like he's about to kill himself.
Yeah.
And then this is where
We get the real killer.
hidden grandpa outside.
Takes away his suicide.
Yeah, takes away his suicide, comes in.
Saved him from eternal damnation.
Yeah.
No coming back from suicide.
This movie is very suicide heavy.
Yeah.
It's a point he's trying to make.
One of them.
So old guy comes in and hits him. What does he have? A machete? Is that this part? He kills him with a machete.
I thought he just choked him or something,
I
didn't
think
he?
had like
No,
a-
he had like a knife.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a machete, but he had a
No,
knife.
it was a machete because
It
he
was-
goes in and then hacks up the girl while she's in the shower.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that's a really weird scene too because this is what we were talking about where he slides the curtain back and he goes in and then you have all this blood cover your screen and then in the bottom right hand corner you sort of see what's going on where he's in the shower killing her and then he's crawling out and walking towards the camera. It's so fucking bizarre. Yeah, okay. So next we are. Is this where we're introduced to him in the wheelchair? Is that the next part?
Yeah.
This movie is nuts, by the way. I'm sorry. Try to keep up
We're
with
not
us.
going to be able to describe it completely accurately.
Well, there is no
Yeah.
making sense of
Yeah.
this
He-
movie. I
yeah.
feel like that's
It goes to
Needs
him
to
in
be
a
said.
wheelchair, and he's
Yeah.
a vegetable.
so he's in a mental institution.
He's being pushed around by a nurse.
Yeah.
And now we have this
Nurse
internal
Latina.
monologue. So he's thinking about. It's like he's.
Writing a story.
Yeah, it's like everything we're seeing now is the story that he's telling, basically. And some reason he has a British accent now.
Yeah, he yeah.
Because he was talking earlier before that, and he didn't have. Because we see him. Remember, he's at the cemetery. That's where we see
Oh,
him.
yeah,
He's
that's
praying
right.
at the cemetery, and he's
Yeah.
like,
He goes to pick up a hooker.
he goes, yeah.
Oh, my God.
He picks up
In
this
the
girl.
suburbs.
He picks up this girl hitchhiking, and he's like, "Aren't you a hooker?" And she's like, "I just want to ride."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I just went and prayed for all the people I murdered, and now I'm gonna murder you," or some shit like that. And she
Run.
gets out and runs, and he's just like chasing her down the street.
Oh, and one of my
middle of
favorite
the day.
dubs in the whole fucking movie too is whenever she's running away, you literally they dub this thing over, and then they're running down the street, and he's following her. It's the middle of the fucking day. He's
Yep.
chasing this girl, and just over top of it, you'll just hear like just crazy.
It's all like
Kills her in a phone booth with a belt. I think that's the first time we see the
Was it the
belt
belt or
killing.
the
Belt
phone?
is very popular.
Yeah. He likes to choke people with belts.
Yeah.
And while he's wearing penny loafers.
Um,
So yeah, he's in the wheelchair. He's in the wheelchair. He's telling the story.
yes.
And then we get another. This is a long kind of section of the movie where you've got this group of people that are going out for this sort of picnic thing. Like, and there's this long thing of them walking through these fields, and he's like stalking behind
Following
them.
them.
Yeah, and with a baseball bat, and
And
he's
a
got his
gas
mask in his
mask. Yeah.
hand. He hasn't put it on yet. He's waiting. And they get all the way out to this sort of like the side of this lake, this kind of boggy
Oh,
area.
yeah. They were talking like, yeah, I watched my mom hang herself.
Yeah, they start talking about death, like meaning of life, and and it's like all
PC
like
culture, this PC culture,
Yeah,
is destroying the world.
Even back then, it was destroying the world. 30 years now,
Yeah.
still
It's not
doing
new.
it. God damn it! 30 years from now, I'll have been ranting about this for so long, and still nothing has changed.
Did Jordan Peterson help write this?
Yeah, this is all
Oh my God.
inspired. It's inspired Jordan Peterson. The two good things that come out of Canada: Jordan Peterson and Wicked World.
Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, they're in this. There's this. Yeah, this couple is. I mean, couple. There's like 3 couples, and they're all by the lake, acting like they're having fun.
Throwing frisbees around. The
By
dude,
this
the
horrible
dude,
pond.
yeah, the dude is awesome because he's like, one of the girls is like undressing and getting down to her swimsuit and stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, look at those cheeks,
Those cheeks.
look at
Let's
those
see 'em."
cheeks." He looks at his girlfriend, I guess, and it is like, "Oh, come on, I just want to get some alone time. Let's get in the woods. I'm gonna make you feel like a woman. You're gonna make me lose my load."
Like how they loop
This is-
the laugh track.
Yeah, the
in
laugh,
that, too.
like,
There is a few times,
Yeah.
well, more than a few times in
Quite
this
a bit. They
in
loop
this
everything.
movie where they're looping dialogue. in
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
scene. Like this is and this is where the movie, I think, it's the first hint of how crazy this movie is. When they walk off, he's like, "Come on, baby, I want to show you what it's like to be. I want to ravage you. I want to show you what it's like to be a woman." He's
Yeah.
saying all this weird shit to
Let's
her.
go somewhere private.
And then on the fucking screen up at the top, what does it say?
It said there's
He's
2
a
girls
cheater.
playing frisbee, and in text it comes up and says, "Is cheating on her boyfriend."
It's just
Or
like
something like that. And it's like, what the
I
It's
think,
like-
I think he added that in.
yeah, he's like, maybe they don't
yeah,
know she's
yeah,
a cheater.
Yeah, he's like, I knew this whole time. This is how I'm going to get her back. I'm
It's just like
going to add this in. I've been waiting 20 years for this.
We do get one of the coolest scenes in this one, though. In this whole, there's all sorts of bizarre shit. I mean, over all of this, you've got the crazy. There's a girl like splashing water on her legs, cleaning herself off for some reason,
the sound
and you hear the
effects,
water.
the same splash every
Yeah,
time.
you hear frogs
Super
and
loud.
all sorts of crazy
Eagles.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, eagles, frogs. I
and-
mean, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. But anyway, he starts to kill this girl who's going into the woods to look for a frisbee. She says, "Where's that frisbee?" And then he's in the brush.
Like it lands kind of by these bushes, and he like sneaks up and he picks it up and he like pulls it back 2 feet. Like, this is my bait. This is my frisbee bait.
So she's looking for it. She finds it, and then he ends up killing her. He's got the bat. He's beating the shit out of her. There's just blood kind of splashing
Hand
up on your screen,
flies
and then
up.
all of a sudden, yeah,
Foot.
Hands and
hands
feet.
and feet start flying at the screen. And this is
CGI
that
hands
that
and feet.
CGI really,
Yeah.
really crazy
That's
looking
that
shit.
suburban Sasquatch touch.
Yeah, and he ends up. Well, he just kills everybody. There's a long chase between him and
You're going to make
the
me
one
blow
girl,
my
and-
load.
And we also tell here this dude is obsessed with ass.
director.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
lot of
yeah,
ass.
the director,
There's a lot of
yeah,
ass.
because I mean, this
Following
girl
asses.
is running through the woods, and there's so much of that like Texas Chainsaw Massacre shot, except not done well, and she's like crawling
Not
around.
as good of an ass.
Yeah, not a. But yeah, so he kills all of them, and then we go back to the mental hospital, and this is where you kind of start to see that what he's, I still I'm not clear. I'll wait to say in full what I was about to, but like you kind of start to see that what we're doing is we're seeing stories play out that he wants to write in a book.
Yeah.
That's basically so he comes up with these different scenarios where a killer has a motive, and these people are involved, and wouldn't this be a great story?
Yeah.
So at this point he starts talking about a police officer, right? Isn't
Well,
that the-
yeah, and he's and before that, he's just talking about how much he hates the world. He hates everything.
And
I-
she's putting him on a...
Yeah, so
On a
this is where
slide.
it gets really. This movie is kind of trippy and weird, and it kind of goes into that artsy kind of. It's just try to be as bizarre as we can.
It's almost like him and Harmony Korine sat
Yeah.
around, did a bunch of drugs, and he just allowed Harmony to put in a couple of scenes, and they just sucked really bad. So,
yeah, she's like his nurse is pushing him to the slide. He's like, I hate
handcuffs
slides.
him to the bars.
He's like, I hate slides, and then she handcuffs him to it, and he pushes him up.
up to the top and then takes the handcuffs off
And
at
he-
the top so he can slide down.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be a vegetable at this point.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got
okay.
full motor
but this
skills.
is all going on in his head.
Yeah.
So.
So one thing we wanted to point out is the dialogue in this movie is one of the most is one of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, there's all sorts of outlandish stuff. Like with the nurse, he refers to her as Nurse Latino.
Yes. I
Which
hate
she
you,
is,
Nurse Latino.
Yeah, and then she asks him at one point, like, "How does it feel to be a vegetable?" You know, like just, I mean,
like,
just the
"I hate
most
you."
stupid shit I've ever heard in my life. But goddamn it, it's great. I love it.
And she's like, we're all insane, just different levels of insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This
Yeah.
movie is sprinkled with. This is what differentiates this between, you know, because there's always that question of like, there's no way this person could have really been trying to make a good movie. This thing is sprinkled with little points, and this dude wants to drive home to you. Like, he has a fucking vision.
Agenda.
He has a
Yeah,
vision.
it's like-
This is supposed to mean something. Now, the rest of us in the world are trying to figure out what, but
I mean,
he knows.
We'll save it, but he straight up tells you at the end, and it's the fucking craziest thing.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
he has different messages. Let's say the core. Well, we'll save it, but the core is that humans are violent.
Mm-hmm.
They're very violent.
Yep.
That's basically it.
Just magically appear in people's homes.
It's just there's a lot of kill. He definitely kills a lot of people.
Over 100.
But it's yeah. They did the news.
Yeah,
They
the
did
news
say
said-
that. Yeah.
You know, it's been over 100 murders. Next year, there's going to be more.
So, yeah. Brian,
No stopping. This old man.
you brought up the cops. So at some point he says, "Well, if you're going to have a good killer, you have to have a cop." So he starts talking about this
true.
cop character, who I didn't even realize when they showed it was a cop. But-
Yeah, we
No,
go to
nobody
a barbecue.
yeah. So basically, we
In
go
the
back.
ghetto.
So we flash back, and then there's just this. I mean, it just looks like a fenced-in yard, and we have the killer. We have the killer with
Just
his
sitting there with his fucking water hose.
wife and his daughter, and he's
just spraying
They're
water.
grilling, and he's hosing the one spot of the lawn.
Yep.
Guy comes in, and while that's happening, it's just machine guns.
Yeah.
Babies crying, machine
Cops,
guns.
sirens are going
Yeah.
off too.
It was so. I mean, at first it was so blatant. I thought somebody was playing a video game, and there was going to be some commentary about the
Yeah.
evils of video games.
Yeah.
But no, it was literally just supposed to be a war zone in this fucking
Hey, I just moved in.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, they've just learned to adapt. So yeah, the cop is their neighbor. That hey, I
cop
just
is the
moved
guy.
in, wanted to come over and introduce myself. They're like, oh, here, have a cold hot dog.
My husband lost his 3 daughters just last week. Suicide.
to suicide. Yeah.
Why you gotta be so lame? She's like, she like said something to him like, oh, he's like, could you just like lighten up? I know your daughters just killed themselves. Could you lighten up? And then he's like, after the cop had left, he's like, I told you never to talk to another man.
Is it sad to say that there's a small part of me that hopes that this situation comes up in my life and I could steal that line?
Which
That's
line?
fucked up.
Which
Now I
one?
retract this immediately. I'm thinking like if someone's like, "Oh my god, my daughter just committed suicide," I'm like, "You gotta lighten up." That's a terrible thing. So I don't believe that at all. But anyway,
It was just a week ago.
yeah, and it's funny too because over this, you know, when he's eating the hot dog and shit, you can hear that whole scene is madness.
That
Like,
was
it
where the
really-
belching and-
It really,
and
yeah, you
chomping.
hear him like fucking burping and
Overdubbed,
just.
with the machine guns going off.
Oh my god! So and
yeah, then
we
he goes and
immediately-
murders his-
We hard cut to him. He walks inside.
He walks them into the house and kills them.
Yeah, and we know he kills them just because
It's just
blood
blood
comes
goes,
splattering.
like-
On, so he killed his family.
Splatters through the wall onto the screen.
He killed the only 2 remaining people in his family.
So that's what. So we learned. So the idea is that he kills his family. He goes crazy. He's in the institution. They give him a lobotomy, and that's why he's like basically brain dead, and he's just sitting in the chair.
Which I do think this was funny, and I. Okay, so one of my favorite movies is a horror movie called Session 9. Have you guys ever watched this?
Heard of
okay.
it.
yeah.
Well, it goes lobotomy is a very big thing in that movie, and there's actually a scene where they break down the process of how you do a lobotomy. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor, so I don't fucking know if this is legit or not.
Oh, they're going through the nose.
Okay, well, this one, it talks about how they go in right through the corner of the eye. But anyway, this guy has a huge scar across his forehead where it looks like they just took his dome off and fucking, poked at his brain for a little bit or something. So I thought that was kind of funny.
It's Canada. It's free healthcare.
Yeah, that's so you got to settle for we're just
And you have to wait 9 months.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, I mean, I feel like there's some of this stuff because there's so many things to bring up in this movie, but basically it is. He just keeps telling these stories about kind of what he wants to do. There is a really funny scene where another couple are having sex again, and this is the point of the movie where you start to figure out that this guy he wants to create a vision that's like very true to how youth lives, and all the youth does is they get together at someone's residence and they dance.
They do like
Dance.
slow dance.
Yeah, they
One
dance.
couple goes up and fucks.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
dance, they fuck, and then they die because he swoops.
He's just standing in their bedroom.
Yeah, so we have that one couple
Yeah.
where the guy's downstairs, he's pumping weights. The guy's dancing with the one girl, and then she leaves, and then he starts dancing with another girl, and we end up with the dude and a girl in the bed. She's getting undressed, and then out of nowhere, no explanation, he's somehow in the house, and he kills them
Teleports
with an
in.
axe. That was an axe murder. Yeah, he
Lays
just
the
teleports
axe
in.
on their
See, I
body,
would have
like-
been down. Yeah, he did.
He said
did.
something. What? There was something hilarious he said at that point when he laid
Time
the
to
axe on.
relax.
I wish he didn't say that.
Yeah. God damn.
He kills everybody in that house.
He kills everybody.
So
And chokes the couple with a belt at the same time.
One
yeah, that
belt
was
with
the way they
belts
were
to
slow.
us. Yep.
Yeah, they were slow dance. That was a good one. Gets around both their necks, their heads are together, blood spurts out of their mouths because that's what happens. Let's go now. He carries on with the cop's story. So the cop is in bed with his current wife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
forgot about this.
And he's like, I just can't stop thinking about her. I can't. And she's like, let it go. Like, so he's talking about his
It's been 5
dead
years.
wife.
Yeah.
previous wife that I guess how'd she die? She was murdered.
He was murdered.
Yeah, he murdered her
Okay, the killer murdered her.
while he was cheating on her with this other girl.
Yeah.
And being a bad cop.
Yeah.
Because he was.
So that's what I wanted to talk about. So he's like talking about being a bad cop. So we have the
I was a bad cop.
we have the police chief in the office being called by the mayor, and it's this overdubbed like
Your ass is on the line.
We need to do something about the cops. They were in the black community.
it's like, I don't mean reprimand, I mean fire. Your ass is on the line. And he just repeats it over and over again. And then finally, these two fucking douchebags come in, and then we flash to, like, and it showed these guys briefly, these three dudes, these three black guys.
Yeah, smoking pot.
Smoking weed on,
Yeah.
like, this roof or whatever. We saw them earlier for just for a
You had
second.
no idea why.
And then it just
Yeah.
ignored them, yeah. And then so then we get the cop that we've met now, and he just starts hassling this woman and just like pulls her around this building and just like murders her.
Yeah.
And basically it's just saying this racist shit like you deserve,
Did the captain say you don't murder black people out in the open?
Well,
you take them to
you
a
take them
crack
to
house.
a crack house
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah. Did you mention the fact that someone has captured this footage? This is a dude.
There's a
that,
guy
Yeah.
in the parking lot
So-
with this huge
and
fucking
it says like
camera.
police footage or
Yeah.
whatever on
Exhibit
the bottom.
A,
So we're
yeah.
watching the footage that this guy was filming of these of these police officers being
So
corrupt.
So they kill the woman, and he kills the woman, and then the other cop shows up, and they see the three guys, and they chase them down. And
He's
they're
like,
just like,
don't run from a cop.
Yeah.
Don't run from a cop.
it's literally like, this is what you get because you're black. Like they're just like, he takes this giant 2x4 and he's like hitting both of them at the same time. He's like doing this.
Oh,
And the
my back.
guy's going, oh my ribs. Oh,
Yeah.
my back.
Oh, my rib.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
all the while you see the dude with a camera
Yes.
filming the whole thing.
His ass
there.
is on the line.
Yeah.
Your ass is on the line.
We're all on
My
the line.
ass is on the line. Your ass is on the line.
And didn't one of
Our
the
asses
cops
are on
walk
the-
by and go, "Hey, there's a guy with a camera"? There was a part in it. He looks at him and says that,
Oh,
and
really? I
then
didn't
walks
catch
by,
that.
and then gets into the car and drives off.
I didn't
So
catch that.
they murder 4 people on camera, and the police chief just goes, I need your badge and your gun.
Yep.
I need your badge and your gun."
Yep.
They weren't even
give
going to
me-
arrest him. They were just like,
Yeah, give me the badge and the gun, and this tape will disappear, kind of a deal.
and the other cop, not the cop in the main cop we're talking about, the other one just pulls out, "You want my gun?" And he just fucking shoots the police chief.
And then
They-
kills himself.
That kills him. So yeah, eats his own gun. This movie, this is maybe this is the most insane movie I've ever seen. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Brain Damage had some good insane moments. I'm trying to think of like, but Brain Damage was competently made.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is
This is crazier because it's just everything about it. The overdubbing, the sound effects, the dialogue, that it's just, you have to see it.
Oh yeah, this is not a good movie. This is a terrible movie for all the
it's
right
amazing.
reasons.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I mean it's fantastic. So yeah, I mean we kind of keep going forward with the story. He explains a little bit more and more as we go, and then you guys want to start kind of gearing towards the
Yeah,
end.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't fully explain it.
Oh yeah, I mean we could
entirety.
sit here for fucking 5
Yeah.
hours and try to explain this, and there's no way we could
need
do
to
it.
Talk about what the cop was thinking of when he was explaining it to his new girlfriend about his dead wife.
Oh, he was flashing back to banging his
Yeah,
wife.
but he's
while-
like, nah,
Yeah.
I just keep seeing her murdered face, but no, it's just him banging his wife.
Yeah.
but yeah.
We're pretty sure we caught an
but-
actual boner
yeah.
in the movie.
Oh,
For sure.
totally.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
was totally a real boner. But yeah, so yeah, this is kind of the end of the movie actually. So his new wife, the cop's wife, she's like, "Don't you love me?" And he's like, he says something like, "I
It's a
told you
long
to
pause.
stop asking me about it," and he just shoots her in the head.
Oh yeah, no, it
Just
was
shoots his
the
wife.
news article. She's like, "Oh, he's being released today.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you feel about it?" And then he was like, "Don't ask me."
She's
about
like,
it."
"Don't you love
Yeah,
me?"
yeah.
And he just like shoots her in the head, and then we see him. Basically, we have the killer. He's in his wheelchair again. The nurse is just like
Staring.
piling this fucking jizz-like pudding or something into his face, like he's just
dumps
eating
the
it.
jar on
Yeah,
his
and it's
face.
just like coming down his chin, and then he just comes up. He walks up. He just blows the nurse's head off. Shoots him.
Yep. And then the cop into the movie, he's well, we have the therapist scene. Is that worth
Yeah,
bringing
there's the
up? There's the
therapist.
therapist scene.
It's just another woman he ends up killing.
Yeah,
long chase
he's
scene.
been telling her these stories. She's like, you can't keep coming here and doing this. This has been. And she actually says a certain amount of time that he's been coming to these things, and she's like, you can't keep doing this. And then she pulls a gun on him. There was no struggle at all. She's standing here like this,
Yeah,
and he
I
just
know.
goes.
I just love the fact that this is a psychiatrist, and he's just like, I just have these disgusting thoughts. Like he's just he's just telling her fantasies, and she's just like, you can't. There's nothing that can be done from you. You're evil, and basically pulls out a gun, is gonna shoot
Yeah,
him.
she's ready to shoot him.
That's how they have free health care. If they're evil, they kill them.
But yeah, so we got that scene. Of course, he kills her, and then we're in a house with some pizzas.
The
a couple other
girl
people
that he
die.
was chasing on the stairs over the bridge, was that the therapist? Because they
I
looked
think
very
so,
similar.
Yeah, she
No,
was
wasn't
Asian.
she the one who? Really?
They
Am I
looked
wrong?
very
I
similar.
thought she was one of the suicide daughters.
I don't know.
Because didn't she keep running
have
to
no-
the
She
the
kept
suicide-
running, and then she ran into the warehouse.
Oh yeah, there was that big, like,
yeah.
terrible
That's who I'm
chase
thinking
fight
of,
scene
yeah.
in that like it was like a chair factory or something. Yeah, I don't know if you saw.
There
was
were
like,
a lot of chairs.
It was no, but it was like you could see it was like metal chairs.
Yeah.
Like the end pieces were all like.
Oh
it
yeah,
was-
they were rounded and
Yeah,
shit,
they were just
yeah.
like so. It was like some warehouse that had pieces of chairs that they were just like, it was clear that they didn't have like a fake shovel or a fake anything. Like, so he's chasing her with the shovel and then just very clearly being very careful not to hit her. So it's just like this slow, like he's making these slow swings like 5
So I
feet
think
away
he was
from
trying
her.
to make it look slow motion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's so many different little crazy things that happen. I think we get to
Just
score.
because of this PC world.
Yeah, man.
Should we go into the real meaning of this movie? That we find out
Oh,
at the
yeah,
end.
let's try to
to
fucking
fucking figure out.
No, we should. So we have the end. We have everybody just dies, right?
Yeah, everybody's
Basically.
dead.
But then we get this long message, just black screen, long text.
Oh no! I want to talk about something before we get
What-
to that. Now,
What are
What?
we missing?
well, the cop walking down the street. There's a
Oh yes,
there's
that's
a
what
guy.
I'm saying. There's so many crazy things.
There's a
I
guy.
just-
There's a guy in a wheelchair
that's right.
who attempts to mug the cop,
The
and then the cop
Hey,
starts
man, give me all
slapping
your
him,
money.
and then
I got friends that'll kill you.
yeah, he starts slapping this guy, and then he keeps going on about his business. He's walking along a line of people that I guess are supposed to be clearly homeless, and then they all kind of gang up on him and start attacking him, and then this dude comes running off the
sounding dude.
street.
He's like, hey,
Yeah.
what are you
Each one of them.
doing?
Yeah, and he's got a gun. He's shooting everybody down, trying to help the cop out. And it's like at this point, it's like, okay, I don't know. I was getting the vibe like we're supposed to feel sorry for this sack of shit. Like,
It was something about a martyr.
yeah, they kept saying like,
You're trying to be a martyr like Christ.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, and oh my God, what a mess.
How was the cop trying to be that?
It's just like, I mean, the way they're repeating it, it's. I think it's supposed to almost be like we're not in reality anymore. It's just weird. It's just trying
Yeah,
to be
it
as
is
fucking
very
bizarre
strange.
as possible.
And then
I
anyway,
don't
after
know.
that, then yes, we start getting the long.
Yeah, and then it's like.
They're going to replace.
It's like the U.S. military is working on a chip to stop
people's
violent
brains.
actions to be implanted in people's brains.
Canada's put $4 million into this research.
Yes, and hopefully soon this will be implemented. Otherwise, you could kill yourself.
Yeah, suicide is not the only option. Hang tight, everybody. We're gonna put a fucking computer in your brain. Everybody's good.
Like it was
Everybody calm
literally
down.
the message was. Humanity is all evil and violent, and we need brain chips to stop it. That's the message of the movie.
Oh my God! Yeah,
That was it.
man.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Do you want to go to scores?
Let's go
to
Can I
scores.
give my score?
you
Yeah.
go right ahead. my
5
friend.
fucking stars. And I know I
Absolutely.
give out
Yeah.
5 fucking stars a lot, but this one really gets it. This, you have to see this movie. This is like I think I said earlier. I think before we started, this might be like a new Troll 2. It's in a different way. It's definitely a different way.
A different
but-
way.
But it is like you sit some people down to watch this movie, and you're gonna, if they are willing to watch it after it begins, if they're willing to stick with it, they're gonna go, what the fuck did you just do to me right now? What did you do to me?
I do want to point out really quick that when you get a group of friends together and you watch a good bad movie, everybody likes to talk over it. Don't fucking talk
You
over
can't
this one.
on this one,
You
not
don't.
much.
You don't have
audio
to.
is
The
so
movie
bad.
is funny. You don't have to make it fucking funny. It's already there.
It's just the audio is bad, and there's a lot of, it's very wordy. There's a lot
Yeah.
of things being said, and you really want to catch it because it's all funny.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No surprise. 5 buckets all the fucking way for me.
5 buckets.
What'd you say?
I said stars. I did say stars.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Stars, buckets, popcorn.
You can eat them all.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 buckets of popcorn. I absolutely adore this one. Barry J. Gillis does have another movie called Things that I want to check out. It looked like it said a Barry J. Gillis film that came out in 2014. I can't remember the fucking name of it. All this to say, is a little hard finding in-depth stuff on this guy and on this movie, but I'm sure since the
Very
kind of
obscure.
popularity and stuff
Yeah.
of this came up, maybe it'll be.
Because he revealed too much about Canada's corrupt police system.
Right? Yeah, he's on the
He
front.
just has to be
man.
hiding.
No, I absolutely love it. I love any time you find a gem like that. They're very hard to come
It's
across, in my opinion.
This one's special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unique.
Yeah. Well, no, it's depends on how to put. It's perfect for all the wrong reasons, or terrible for all the right reasons. It just it's great. It's an absolute disaster.
I'm gonna give this 5 buckets. It's like one of the best bad good movies I've ever seen. I might even like it better than Troll 2.
Well, like Nathan
Yeah.
was saying, it's
Yeah.
it's kind of
It's its own thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's apples and oranges. I mean, as far as laughs go,
Yeah.
I feel like. Okay, is it assholeish to say that Troll 2 is like so obvious to? Well, no.
Troll 2 tries for laughs.
Yeah, I mean, I think
To
some
some
of it's
degree.
supposed to be kind of intentionally funny, but I also think this is like this is
It's
new
It's,
territory of like. I mean, this is
it's more bad. It's
fucking
worse.
Yeah.
bad.
It's
Yeah,
worse.
like,
yeah, but it's worse in a very
There's a
entertaining
message
way.
Yeah.
for this movie.
Like we've seen really bad. Like I think Birdemic is mostly really bad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This has that flavor, but the really bad is more entertaining.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh, yeah,
just
this one
done
is
in a
not
certain
boring.
way that is just that's because when we talk about Birdemic, it's like it's got those bad moments, but they still have to be entertaining in some way. This one really carries it through, and I don't think we're doing it justice just to how weird and like kind of trippy and just
You just have to watch it.
it just jumps around. Everything's jittery. The whole you just feel uncomfortable the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I was just like, you can never settle into anything. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's, so yeah, you got to see this. Got to see this one.
Definitely.
I think it's the first one in a while that has been a unanimous score.
There's not
right?
very many
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fives across
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah.
Not many.
Way to go, Barry J. Gillis.
Why don't you make some more movies?
Yeah, you did it, my friend.
Yeah. What are you doing now? You're a real estate agent.
You making porno like
What could you
80s
be
style?
doing? You could be making more of these gems. Don't let the dream go. Don't let it die.
Yeah.
Don't let it kill itself.
Yeah.
Don't let it murder its
Yeah.
white
It's not the
child.
only way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make
Oh,
a computer chip and put it in his brain.
we didn't talk
Force him
about
to
how
make
the
movies.
daughters killed themselves.
That's right, we did.
3 strippers that
Three strippers in the
killed
woods.
themselves with an Uzi.
The Uzi that was hiding in the woods.
Yeah,
I mean-
the 3 stripper daughters of the
They don't-
They
the
ate
killer.
they roasted marshmallows,
Yes.
ate them, and then killed themselves.
That's
What
how
a-
I would want to go out there in the middle of the woods roasting marshmallows with my stripper friends.
What a great
Patrick.
last meal.
Patrick over here.
Yeah, they burn
Burning
the
it, you're burning the
yeah, you burn it.
marshmallows.
You have to
Right.
have it above the flame. You get the heat. You slowly rotate it around. Get a nice golden brown. You don't want to burn it.
See, I don't have
He's
the patience
very
for that.
specific. He's
Oh, I
very-
do.
He's
Yeah.
got his like.
I'm a marshmallow connoisseur.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. Do you have any on you?
No,
When's the last time you had one? You're fucking full of shit.
I know my marshmallows.
I know my marshmallow. Don't marsh my mallow.
Don't marsh it.
Marsh.
Oh, the soundtrack.
Martial law.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm killing people.
Wicked world.
The street is made of concrete. I hate helicopters.
I hate slides.
Go watch this movie.